Well, hello. Live again. It is now afternoon. And let me just click a button over here. I've had some lunch, had a bowl of soup, and another drink, and it's time to come back and have a look at some more things that are new today that are being launched. And this time I thought we would have a little look at the online exclusives, some online exclusives that have gone live today. So let me bring up, without further ado, my screen. And we've gone back to the online store, and you can see that scrolling around. Let's go to the menu and the online exclusives section, and that will then bring up all of the things in the online exclusive section of the online store. So these are things that are no longer that aren't in a published catalogue. They are just to be found online. And the online exclusives will include kits. It will include some things that have been in previous catalogues that are no longer in a published catalogue but are still available online. And it will include things that have just been put out there in the online um, arena. So always worth going and checking out what's available in the online exclusives. And there are some new things that have been added today. Amongst those new things are 3 kits. So not 1, but not 2, but 3 kits. 2 of these kits do actually work quite nicely together. The first is this Brightest Birthday kit, which is a stamping kit. You can see that you do actually have a stamp set there that goes with it. And you have all of these lovely pop out bits that have got like a gold holographic element to them. So sort of the flames on the candles and the sprinkles on the ice cream, etc., have got a holographic detail to it. So and you've got balloons as well. So you've got these 9 cards, 3 each of each design that you can create. So that is one of the kits that has been released. Hmm, didn't want to do that, did I? let's let's come back in to the studio. That was a pressing the wrong button. Let me just come back. Let's come back to our screen just there. So what we actually want to do is go back on the page rather than trying to go back on my screen in front of me. So you've got the cards, but you then also got a kit that includes gift bags, tags, and these really cute little gift card holders as well. So you can obviously have those kits as standalones, but they are also really great working alongside each other. And the other kit that has been released today is, and I suspect that if you could see this in real life, it would make a big difference because it is, we can't really get in close enough there to see this gold foil detail on it and white detailed pop outs on a white background with black greetings. So really quite classy and almost minimalist, but it's sort of white on white always looks rather lovely. So there's gold and black detail on it. So I think that picture is not going to do that kit justice. I think that's going to be a really lovely kit. So that is the 3rd kit that has been launched today. So there's the 3 kits. The other thing we've got here is some papers. and I have got those, and I'll show those to you in a minute. They are designs that have been um, published before, that have been um, available before, but they have changed the colorways on them to make them look very different and very fresh and very new. So if you've not seen that, I'll show you those in a moment. And then we get into some of the online exclusives, and there's a cat stamp there. We have an all over dog stamp. This is an all over cat stamp with lots of cat images in the background there. So if you are a cat person rather than a dog person, that might be for you. There's these everyday arches. So that's the stamp set. We'll have a look in a minute at the bundle because there's some great dies with that. There's the mixed floral bundle, but that comes as part of a suite, and I'll show you the suite in just a minute. In fact, I will skip over this and I will show you the suite in real life because I actually have that suite. There's a lovely Faith collection that is part of a bundle, so there is some dies with that. Here you can see the Everyday Skies suite. So that is those sort of almost those curved, almost like rainbow looking sentiments, but then you've got these archway type dies that go with them, and some fabulous papers. So there's the stamp set, there's the dies, here's the paper. Also in this suite is some white ribbon and these great embellishments. So that is a lovely suite of products. I'd say, and those dies are really rather fun. There's also the Grow with Love. That's the stamp set. There's some dies that go with that as well. That's part of a bundle. I'll show you that in a minute because I have got that one. The Twisted in Tree dies that we're going to go with the Twisted in Trees stamp set. We'll have a look at that in a second on the screen. Mixed labels, that is all part of the floral mixed media floral bundle. There's a detailed succulent photopolymer stamp there. There's these corner stamps, and we'll have a look in a minute because there is some spring corner dies as well. So you've got the spring corner photopolymer stamp set. There's some spring corner dies. Elements of text. This is quite a fun little stamp set. And you've got these sort of shaped, got sort of background text bits that you could add in that are great for adding background, but they come in sort of, there's this, particularly this circular one here is great fun. Yeah, so you can see how there's this text detail in the back and the splodges, and anybody that follows me knows I do love a good splattery splodgy stamp. So that one is a really interesting stamp set. You've got Adventures Together here. So this is a bundle. So you've got a stamp set and a dies, which is sort of like camper vans. This, you've got this cute little camper van, trees, and your fire pit and your camping chair. So that's an interesting one if you're a fan of getting out and about in the great outdoors on the open road. Down here's the Twisted in Tree bundle. So this is an interesting looking set. You've got this sort of background here, and then the more detailed leaf bit in the front, and this twisted trunk. It's a happy Easter sentiment there, and a great friendship. You make every day special. Thank you for the little things. There's all the dies with these really interesting sort of backgroundy dies and this twisty trunk, as well as the dies that are going to cut out the stamped images. So that's an interesting looking bundle. So it definitely is always worth looking at the online exclusives because there are some great things in there. We've got the plaster painting embossing folder. We'll have a look at that in a moment. Around it all cling stamp set. So again, you've got this sort of circular greetings here, and a few sort of, there's a baby congratulations, you've got a baby's bottle, a graduation cap, an engagement ring, a smiley face. So lots of things that you might be saying congratulations for. Down to the bottom, and got the Spring Corners bundle here. Now this is, we've sort of quickly looked at the stamp set, but you've got these sentiments that come across the corners, and then you've got this lovely die set. Here's the die set with this beautiful flower image just here, and these decorative corners saying there's your sentiments, wishing you an amazing day, thank you for everything, always in your corner, through the happy and sad, happy we're friends, and there's sort of lines for this corner and balloons. So that's a great little bundle. I'm liking that one. There's not many that I don't like, let's face it. We love them all, don't we? And here's the Faith Collection dies that go with the Faith Collection stamp set. These again are these around it all dies, so these sort of not quite circles, almost look like rocks, don't they? You've got these great sort of background dies that you can use. They've been embossing, they will work with the stamp set as well. But you've got these interesting shapes. So they're not circles, they're sort of, they are like rocks, aren't they? Rock-shaped dies. Interesting to see how they all work together. Keep losing my cursor as I'm trying to go backwards. I think, and there's a Kiss of Texture stamp set there. Again, some interesting sort of background, almost like rainbows there. It's a beautiful flower. You've got this circle and this square and this banner that you can stamp into the background and stamp things on top of. Oh, they're nice, aren't they? That's that one. Motherhood mottos. Wonder what the motherhood mottos are. Motherhood, the perfect mix of chaos and love. She believed she could, but she was tired, so she rested. You're doing great, just so you know. You never notice how weird you are until you have a kid that acts just like you. Support wildlife, raise children. Yeah, they're great, fun little sentiments, aren't they? That I think most mothers will relate to. So bring a bit of a smile. Grow with love. We'll have a look at that in a minute. So the Faith Collection bundle, you've got these lovely sort of sentiments, crosses, cross dies, as well as stamps, and Adventure Together. That's your little camper van. And then there's this pastel ombre glimmer speciality paper. That's rather pretty, isn't it? So it's not just one colour, you get this ombre effect on the paper, on the crosset. The blue one doesn't want to show up for us. That all wants to have frozen. There we go. So those are some of the online exclusives. Let me come back here. And I'm just going to, excuse my back,
have a bit of a rummage
in my box just here.
I've had some things that actually
arrived this morning. That's not bad, is it? So literally hot off the press, they arrived this morning. So let's bring in my downward facing camera and let's have a little look at some of the things that I have got on my desk in front of me. I intended to show you some of the things from the new catalogue earlier and then realised as I'd stopped the video that I haven't shown you. But let me show you these online exclusives first. So these are these papers that have been available before, but they have changed up the colours. So this was black and white and it's now Night of Navy, Lost Lagoon, Night of Navy, and Old Olive. Oh, excuse me. So there you've got this Night of Navy papers, these large flowers and the stripes. And you've got some more large flowers there in the Lost Lagoon, this sort of diamond effect. This is rather lovely print just here. And then these sort of tiny little diamonds crisscross effect on the back there, and then the Old Olive flowers. That one's got Old Olive dots. And then we have this all over sort of daisy ditzy print with an Old Olive stripe. So they're rather lovely. So they are known as the Serene Love papers. So there's one pack of DSP that is currently available as an online exclusive. To say designs, patterns you might have seen before, but not in colourways you will have seen before. Just by changing the colours, they give a whole new lease of life to these papers. You see the owls on there. This is the Refreshed Beauty. And the colours on this are Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo, Granny Apple Green, Lemon Lime Twist, Peach Pie. So there you are, you've got your owls on there. On the back here, you've got a really bright Flirty Flamingo print. This is really pretty, isn't it? This Peach Pie and the sort of Flirty Flamingo dots on flowers. And then these are sort of acorns, sort of style print on that background. Some more birds. This is rather lovely. The really bright colours. Now, if I remember right, this was in sort of, I think it might have been blackberry bliss before. I need to look that up. These are like thistles. You've got a Flirty Flamingo print just there. So really bright, most summer-like colours. Spring going into summer-like colours. Look at that lovely lemon lime twist in there. And then you've got these sort of like thorn branches. And then that's a chevron type design there. So they're really fun. So that is the Refreshed Beauty. And there is one other paper pack somewhere. Pop that down there. And the other paper pack is called Shades and Hues. And this was in colours, I think, originally, but now it's in Fresh Freesia, Misty Moonlight, Petal Pink, and Pool Party. So you've sort of got like this crackle design on the back, these stripes there, and then you've got an ombre pattern there. It's sort of different sort of crackled. You've got that in those different colours, Fresh Freesia, Pool Party. Peach Pie, and then we've got some Misty Moonlight at the back there. Again, in all of those same patterns. So really useful background papers. And because you get quite a few of each design, be really useful if you're doing a bit of mass production of cards. If you wanted, you know, a few to look the same in a selection of cards that you were gifting to somebody, be really useful. So those are those. We'll come on to the mixed florals in a minute. This is all part of the mixed floral suite. The other stamp and dies that I've got here that I can show you in real life, got a magnet so look at that, is the Grow with Love. So this is rather nice. These are different herbs. So you've got basil, you've got rosemary, you've got mint, you've got thyme. So herbs are always really useful because you could use them for sort of almost florally female type, feminine type cards, but also really good for a more masculine. You're on my mind from the Garden of. Thanks so much for your love and care. Grown with love. So there's all of these stamps, including this label. And then if we look at the dies, you get this die to create like a little seed pack, which is really useful. You can make like a little seed packet. You've got your label here that will cut out your stamp label here, as well as your dies that will cut out your stamped images. Got another couple of sort of serrated edged, sort of torn looking dies there. You've got these bits that you can use if you're tying some string or some twine through the top of your seed packet to bring it together. You can use these as almost like your hole reinforcers. And you've got this little circle here that will cut out that Grown with Love, but is also a very useful little circle in its own right. So that's the Grow with Love bundle. That is an online exclusive, and we shall get round to playing with that over the coming weeks. And the other thing here as an online exclusive I've got is this suite, and this is the mixed media floral suite. So you have 2 stamp sets and you have 2 sets of dies. So one is the mixed labels. So you have a variety of sentiments on here. You're pretty wonderful. Your kindness makes my day, for a great friend. There's a with sympathy, always useful. You've got a happy anniversary, a thank you. And then you've got this stamp for this banner effect. If we have a little look at the labels, you've got a label to cut out your banner, but you've also got this will cut into your cardstock, sort of crisscrossy type pattern. And then you've got these lovely labels with like a stitch detail on the outside. There we go. In a variety, there's a couple of those, and this one is just a nice little shaped label, as is this one, the stitched shape. And then you've got this little bit of greenery just here. So those are the mixed labels dies that go with the mixed labels stamp set. But obviously standalone as well. And then you get this mixed floral stamp set. I just love this. I love these tulips. They're just lovely, aren't they? Lovely little flowers. You've got a couple of little ladybirds up here. This one with wings closed, and this one about to fly away. And another little floral image, and this leaf image. So really beautiful, just waiting for you to colour them in, whether that's with your inks, you're going to watercolour them, whether you're going to watercolour pencils, whether you're going to use your stamping blends, your stamping white markers, whether you're going to use pastels or sponge daubers. So many options, and it just is a beautiful stamp set just waiting to be coloured in. The dies that go with it, look, I've not even cracked open the packet on the dies. I say this literally arrived this morning. Here are the dies that go with this stamp set. Look at this. It's rather lovely, isn't it? And then you've got your dies that are going to cut your images. You've got a variety of ones that are going to cut your little ladybirds out. So that's always good when you've got options. I actually got 3 ladybirds. Look, there's another one down here. I'm thinking that I've got more dies. So you've got 2 of each of the dies that are going to cut your ladybirds. So you can have ladybirds galore, and you've got then your dies that are going to cut your stamped images. So great set of dies. I do love this. Really lovely, isn't it? And you're going to be able to use that in conjunction with some of your other floral images as well, I'm sure. So 2 stamp sets, 2 sets of dies. There's these embellishments which are called low profile dots. There's the gold ones and then this sort of pinky shade. Those are rather lovely. We have the plaster painting 3D embossing folder, which is one of the big embossing folders. There we are, nice big embossing folder. So they've got lovely texture feel to it. Let's see if we pop that in there. Is that going to make that any easier to see? I don't know that it does really. But great. You could almost feel the texture jumping off the page with that one. So there's the embossing folder and then these beautiful papers. So let's have a quick flick through these. So you've got these images that you recognise from the stamps. Again, another great scrapbook. You've got this all over sort of blues, but you can almost feel again the texture. It isn't textured, but it looks as if it could be. It's more nice shy shamrock, bright green background just there. And of course you can work these together. Down here, love this paper. This is really lovely, isn't it? So quite arty, these paper, these florals. There's some stripes, more florals, and some black and white dashes on that one. Here's some black and white flowers, always lovely because you can leave them as black and white and just have that sort of real pop, but you can also colour them in. Look at that, that's a great paper, isn't it? You perhaps wouldn't want massive amounts of that paper, but a little pop of that will really help things jump off the page. And then there's some more florals and another black and white image there. So lovely paper. So this is the mixed media suite. So you get those 2 stamp sets, 2 sets of dies, that big embossing folder, some embellishments, and those lovely papers. And of course, when we looked at the mini catalogue this morning, there was a pack of I'm gonna go brain dead now. There is a pack of, let's see if I can find my catalogue and show you. Click to the front. Where are you? Here I am, here I am. Here we go. Memories and more. That's the word that my poor brain is struggling to come up with. Here is some memory and more cards with the stickers and all the little bits that also are part of that mixed media floral range. So really, really lovely. I'm going to enjoy playing with that, and that is featuring in, I think it is a Saturday Stampers class coming up in this new year. So let's come back here. Some lovely online exclusive things. As I say, they're the ones that are coming out new. There is lots of other things that are available there on that online exclusive the page we want. On those online exclusives, we can keep going. You know, these were the new things, but there's kits from last month. There's There's other things there, the Pretty Petals bundle, I've got that and we haven't played with that yet. There's so much we haven't played with. These gorgeous heart dies. There's so much in here. The otters, I've got a class with the otters coming up this week. Love the otters. So there's lots and lots and lots of the umbrella days on there that you could be playing with. So yes, don't forget that the online exclusive section is there on the online store. Excuse me. So well worth an investigation, well worth a flick to see what is there, and you can just keep adding it all to your basket. Um, I will be back in just a little while and we'll have a quick look at the celebration things. But meanwhile, I'm going to get myself a drink, rest my voice just for a bit, and then I will be back. So hang on to your hats. Meanwhile, head on over to my online store and have a look and see what is there, what you want to be playing with in these coming months. So see you all very soon.